time for Wise Guys Wednesday.
That's right. Paul's here from the U of I Physics Department, and we are really lighting things up today. Quite literally, apparently.
Yeah,
we are indeed.
Setting things on fire.
Yeah.
We are trying to set things on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. So last time we've been talking about radiation, and I had this little black body. This spectrum chart to show.
Sure. Let's pull up the chart if we can.
First plot. So we've been that's exactly the one I want. So we've been talking about all on the right-hand side where the energies are high, ultraviolet and such, and then lower than that we have the visible that we can see. But today we're going to focus on the lower side.
Sure.
The infrared side, below red, wavelengths longer than that. And there's a lot of those. And in fact, you get infrared radiation anytime that you heat any kind of material. So if you rub your hands together, you are heating them, and then the electrons wiggle around. And the faster they wiggle, the higher frequency that they radiate. So if they are wiggling very fast, then they'll emit short wavelengths, they'll emit blue. But if they're like our normal temperature, they're emitting not in the visible, because if I go into a dark room, you don't see me. You see me now because I have visible light reflecting, but you don't see me if I'm in a black room because I'm not emitting in the visible, I'm emitting in the infrared.
Makes sense.
Okay, so in fact we can look, I have this lamp here, and I don't know how well this will work, but we'll see. So I can just change the, let's see if we can get the filament a little bit here. And I'm going to just put more power into it, and if you can zoom in on that.
I think I see it.
Great, yeah, so you can see the filament, and as I put more and more power, it gets obviously a lot brighter.
Oh, yeah.
And it also gets a lot whiter. So when it's very dim, it looks more orange or reddish.
Right.
Yeah, okay, and now when it's off, you can't actually, you can't see anything because it looks like it's off. But it's still actually emitting in the infrared because there's still a current.
Awesome.
So if we go to the second little plot, which is the plot of...
the moment of truth here.
See if that comes up.
I think it's coming. There we go.
Great, yeah. So anytime you have hot objects, they'll emit this thermal electromagnetic radiation, and the higher the temperature, the more that moves into the blue. So if you have something that's low temperature, it's emitting in the infrared, and the higher it is, the more it's emitting in the blue. And in fact, we can use this to look at faraway stars and know what their temperature is. We just see what colors they're emitting, and then we know what temperature they are. And it turns out also the hotter something is, it emits a lot more power. And so that lets us know how bright stars are, even if they're really far
And that's
away.
kind of like fire, too, where the blue flames are the really hot ones.
Exactly. Exactly right. Exactly right. So the thing that we have that's really cool today,
Very cool.
indeed, this is a thermal imaging camera. And so this is a camera which can see that infrared, so we can...
That's your hand.
That's my hand that's emitting. There we go. And we can just look at a couple different things here. So I don't know if our cameras can come to this.
We have an overhead camera with that.
We do.
I think, well, they just need to be able to see the screen.
Okay.
And sorry, there's, let's see, the screen from that side. There we go. So I have here, this is a cup that's been in the microwave, and I think we had it for a second. There we go, a cup that's been, and it's like, see, it's really white, it's really hot. And this is one that's only been in for a little while, it's not as hot. This is one, there we go. This is one that's just been sitting out at room temperature, and then this is one that I put into the refrigerator. So in fact, it's black because it shows up as it's not emitting much radiation because it's cold. And so these aren't really very different in temperature, but nevertheless they show up because they're emitting very different wavelengths.
Very cool.
So the other thing that we can look at is the fact whether materials are transparent or not depends on what wavelength you're trying to send through them. And so, for example, this piece of plastic is obviously transparent because we can see through it. And you can definitely see through it.
Yep.
And now what we're going to do is look at my hand on this, and this is the fact that this is in the middle of my palm.
So it blends into your hand.
Well, no, it's blocking it, right?
Oh,
it looks black.
Look at that.
The hexagon is black. So that means
blocking the heat
it's blocking the thermal radiation, blocking the infrared radiation.
Oh.
As another even more cool example, we're going to take your hand,
Okay.
and we are just going to put it, we're just
In a
going to
bag?
put it in this bag or behind this bag. Yes? Okay, where normally we cannot see it, and now if you wiggle your fingers.
I'm trying to wiggle it. Should I put it under?
Maybe I'll just hold it up like this.
Okay.
Okay, so now you should be able to see through the bag.
Put it.
Through the bag. Exactly.
Well, there you go.
Exactly right. So you can see your hand. Those are your fingers, but we're seeing through the solid bag.
Perfect. That's awesome.
Cool thing, yeah. And just
Not sure if you're going to get that hand back.
I know. I got a little nervous.
so one final, well, two final things. Here I have flame, which
You do?
is obviously, you can see,
Yep.
very hot.
That's a candle.
And we can look at it on the thermal camera, and you can see that, in fact, it's bright.
Oh,
nice
yeah,
and bright.
bright.
Yep.
And now I'm just going to
Big
put it
bright
under this
spot.
glass, and you see that it disappears
Oh, that
entirely
was-
because, again, the glass does not transmit the infrared. The
That was
glass
almost instant.
blocks the infrared. And the candle is still on. It's not that I put out the candle, but it's
You
just
got a little
blocking
glare going on here.
it.
There
Sorry.
you go.
There we
No,
go.
You got it.
Okay, so
So it's super bright.
super bright, and now it's
not.
Now it's
Yep.
blocked entirely.
There you go.
Yep.
Wow, that's pretty
Wow.
cool.
Okay, so last fun demo. So I'm just going to put this on me.
Okay.
And
Uh-oh.
great, it's on me. And this is going to, we got this right? There we go. Let's hope that we're still there. Great. And this is proof, if I can get this to be centered on me. There we go. Did we lose all of our colors for some
Oh,
reason?
there you go.
Oh, there we
Feedback.
go.
Oh, wait.
The menu's up.
I know that it's got to be difficult to do this. I don't even know how you're doing. But there you go.
There we go. Okay, last little shot here.
Oh
This
my
is-
gosh.
This
Ah!
is a proof.
Ah!
This is a proof that bow ties are cool.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Since you love puns.
I do.
Oh,
Yes, very nice way to tie things off.
All
Very
right.
good. I
Thanks,
love
guys.
that. What a hot subject right there. Thanks, Paul. If you guys have ideas for our Wise Guys, obviously they've got a lot of fun tools and a lot of things they can teach us. So, once again, you've
Yeah.
outdone yourself.
Contact us.
We will.
Thanks.
Yes, let us know, you guys. We'll be right back with more of the morning show.
Stick with us.